A dear auntie of mine once asked me, what can I use to detoxify? And I understood that what she meant was, I intend to go on a detoxification program. So, can you suggest what I need for that? There's this myth about detoxification that we have believed for so long, and that is our bodies build up toxins over time, and in order to get it to function optimally again, we have to detoxify. We are here to debunk that myth today, so please stick with me to the end as we'll be learning how detoxification is not just an occasional process, but a continuous activity that goes on constantly in our bodies. We'll be talking about the different phases of detoxification, nutrients or supplements needed to support each phase, and foods to find these nutrients in. To better understand the term detoxification, we'll be explaining a more technical term used interchangeably with detoxification. This term is mostly used by experts. This term is biotransformation and elimination. Please don't run off on me. It's not as technical as it sounds. Let's break this down contextually. Biotransformation. Bio means living. Transformation means change. But in this context, it's a chemical change. Elimination means removal of waste from the body. So putting these words together, biotransformation and elimination simply means the process by which the living body chemically changes substances so that they can be safely removed as waste from the body. The major organs for biotransformation and elimination are the liver, the intestines, the skin, and the kidneys. Toxins found in the body can either be endotoxins or exotoxins. Endotoxins are toxins produced by the body, mostly as end products of metabolism that needs to be cleared. Examples are hormones and neurotransmitters. Bacterial endotoxins are another examples of endotoxins. Exotoxins are toxins that come from external sources. These include drugs, which could be either prescription drugs, over-the-counter medication, or recreational drugs. Agricultural chemicals that we may take in through foods, food additives from processed foods, household chemicals, pollutants, contaminants, or microbial toxins are all exotoxins. The process of biotransformation and elimination starts after the blood carrying absorbed nutrients, drugs or toxins, as the case may be, from the small intestine enters the liver through the hepatic portal vein. It is the job of the liver to deal with the toxins for elimination and process nutrients for storage before the blood goes back into the general circulation. To deal with these toxins, the liver has to biotransform them, that is, chemically change them to less toxic substances so that they can be eliminated from the body. This is a continuous and ongoing activity essential for survival because no matter how clean you live, we are always exposed to toxins. It's either we are making them via metabolic processes or we are taking them in through the environment. So detoxification isn't just what we program to happen occasionally. It is actively happening with or without our consent. When detoxification stops, it could lead to toxin overload within hours or days, which is detrimental to life. We have three phases in biotransformation and elimination. Phase 1 occurs after the entrance of the toxins in the liver. Most of these toxins tend to be lipophilic, that is, they tend to combine with or dissolve in fats. This type of toxins, if not gotten rid of, have a tendency to be stored in the adipose or fat tissues. When, on the other hand, they are made soluble, it increases their chances of being passed out through urine, feces, or even sweat. A set of enzymes called the cytochrome P450 enzymes acts upon the toxins, making them partially water-soluble and producing intermediary metabolites, progressing to phase 2. The issue with phase 1, though, is that these intermediary metabolites tend to be more toxic than the parent substrate. That is the initial toxin entering the liver. These intermediary metabolites are mostly reactive oxygen species and free radicals. If antioxidants are lacking, toxin exposure is high, which constitutes a danger to health. Phase 2 is the conjugation process, which means a specific chemical group is added to phase 1 intermediate metabolite or a parent drug to make them even more water-soluble so that they can be safely eliminated. A parent drug, because not all drugs must pass the phase 1 stage, especially if they're already partially water-soluble. These biotransformed water-soluble toxicants now move into phase 3. In phase 3, the conjugated toxins are moved out by transportation proteins, which act like pumps, pushing toxins from the liver cells towards their elimination routes. Elimination could be through the bile, which eventually passes through feces via the intestines, or through the blood, which goes out through the kidneys and is passed in the urine. Note that elimination can also occur through minor routes such as breath or sweat. Any of these phases, including the elimination phase, can either be slowed down or speeded up due to diet or lifestyle. The changes may be detrimental to health. For example, the hormone estrogen needs to be continually biotransformed and eliminated from the body so as to maintain balance. Phase 1 detoxification of estrogen may be speeded up by, for example, alcohol. This produces intermediary metabolites, free radicals at a faster rate than usual that may affect the DNA, increasing the risk of cancer in the long term. Some other free radicals produced in this case may also lead to breast cysts, painful periods, and fibroids. The antidote to this is to ensure that the body is supplied with enough antioxidants to buffer the effects of these free radicals that are produced at a faster rate than usual. Some factors that speed up phase 1, thereby producing more free radicals than usual, includes alcohol, caffeine, cigarette smoking, certain genes, and even barbecued meat. It is necessary to support phase 1 with antioxidants such as vitamin C, vitamin E, beta-carotene, and other antioxidants that will be listed in the description box below. Other nutrients needed to support phase 1 detoxification includes B vitamins, glutathione, and branched-chain amino acids. If phase 2 is sluggish, the conjugated metabolites accumulate in the body and may also lead to cell damage. It is important to regulate the balance of both phases. Amino acids, magnesium, omega-3, and B vitamins support phase 2 detoxification. Note that gut health is also necessary to complete detoxification. Till on estrogen, for example, when gut health is poor, it may lead to microbial imbalances, otherwise known as dysbiosis. This could also lead to constipation. If estrogen stays too long in the gut, it may be reabsorbed. Gut dysbiosis can also cause an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase to break the bond on the detoxified estrogen, allowing it to be reabsorbed into the bloodstream, creating a cycle of estrogen overload. This increases the risk of hormonal diseases like fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, and breast cancer. It is important to note that the process of biotransformation and elimination must maintain balance in order to function optimally, and this can be aided through diet and lifestyle. The description box contains nutrients needed for these phases, and food sources where they can be obtained. So whenever you think detoxification, let it be more in the terms of supporting the liver and gut so that their daily tasks are optimized. We'll be sharing everything you need to know about constipation in our next episode. These tips will help you get those toxins out of the system. Also to come will be tips on how to maintain a healthy gut. Please, if you find this video helpful, we'll be delighted if you can subscribe and share. I'm Maureen Nwankwo, your nutritional therapist. Thanks for listening.